Acton. Hello, Andrew.
Oh, hi there. Yeah, look, I'm one of the 17.4 million speaking. So it's my will that the country is now following.
Yeah.
But I've got to tell you, Nick, I have changed my mind.
Oh, the amount of times I've heard this.
Yeah?
I've heard it almost 17.4 million times.
Oh, okay. So we can all agree, can
Well,
we?
what did you... Why have you changed your mind?
Okay. So I'll tell you very quickly why I voted to leave. I voted to leave because I thought, because we were not in the euro, that meant we were very different from the rest of Europe, and that there was a kind of conflict of interest, and it would be better to have a slightly looser relationship with the rest of the EU.
Yeah.
That was what was in my mind. But and I heard people like Michael Gove say that, okay, there is this big free trade area. It stretches from Iceland to Turkey, and we're going to stay in that, and it's going to be easy to get a nice trade deal.
Oh, yeah. It'll be the easiest deal in history. That's what I heard.
Yeah, and it's going to be good for us, and it's going to be good for them, and we're going to keep the same relationship we have with them.
Yeah, that sounds marvellous. I'd like to vote for that.
But we're also going to have this fantastic, much better deal with the rest of the world. And I thought, okay, and you put this together with my concerns about the euro, and I think...
Piece of cake.
Yeah, I thought, cake, it's a good word, yeah. Because, I mean, actually, truthfully, now I look back and I see the way I was thinking about it, and that was it. It was have your cake and eat it.
Well, do you feel that you have been conned in any way?
Well, yeah.
Now, I know that there's some loss of face to admit that, because it implies that you had the wool pulled over your eyes, but is there a sense that you were taken for a ride?
Well, I certainly feel I made a big mistake, and I feel I was wrong. The only reason I hesitate is I don't like to accuse these people of kind of deliberately misleading, but I just think they were wrong.
Yeah, I think that they were deliberately misleading.
Well, okay. I mean, okay, that's a strong thing to say, but in a way, it doesn't matter whether they were deliberately misleading.
No, you're quite right. They were either
wrong,
ignorant, or they were lying. Which is worse?
Well, but in a sense, I think all that matters is they were wrong. It doesn't matter why they were wrong. They were wrong, and if they were wrong, then you see, I feel really sort of. I kind of feel a sense of responsibility for this, but I'm one of those who voted to leave.
Well, it is your fault.
Well, yes, it is in part my fault. It is. I mean, I say in part because I wasn't the only one who voted to leave. But, you know...
I don't think it's people's fault for believing what their supposed superiors were telling them. They were telling you with assertion that this was the way to go for your future health, wealth and happiness. And so, I mean, you can't disbelieve everything that your putative leaders are telling you. Yeah, no, that's true. And the other thing, which I really strongly believe, is that surely anybody can see that where we are now is not where it was predicted we were going to be by the people who were advocating. Well, you say that, but the amount of calls that I've had from people who say, well, your Project Fear told us that, that we were going to suffer economically if we voted out, and nothing's happened, they say. Oh. Well, exactly. I mean, where do you even begin with that? The pound's lost a quarter of its value, which means that inflation has only been stemmed at its current level because of a price war between the supermarkets. Something of the order of £800 billion has drained out of the economy. Companies haven't hired, they haven't invested, they haven't engaged in research and development. We've been on hold for like 3 years now. And everybody accepts that our GDP is going to be lower
if we leave.
I don't think that the people do. I think those in the know do, but they don't communicate that to their fans, the cultists who are, yearning for the better life that they've been promised.
But these are people who are just putting their fingers in their ears and saying, no, I don't want to hear. But, I mean, anybody who looks at the data, anybody who looks at the independent forecast sees that...
No, they do exactly what you just said. They put their fingers in their ears and they just say, if anything negative comes their way, they just call it Project Fear.
Right.
The gloomsters.
Exactly.
We're in the odd position that people have put their fingers in their ears, yet still we're following those who shout the loudest. I guess those are the only people that you hear if you've got your fingers in your ears. You're only going to leave it there because look at the time.